Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 11th edition of Today in the World of Wrestling. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Ultima Lucha 2, Part 2. It's the episode of Lucha Underground that was aired on July 13th, 2016. And we had two matches on this entire show, two basically 30-minute matches with commercials, obviously. The first one being the Gift of the Gods elimination match. The second being the death match between King Cuerno and Muertes. So, John, what did you think of this show?
I had a lot of fun with it. I will say in the end, I think I preferred part one just by a little bit, but this was still a lot of fun tonight.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. So the first match was Gift of the Gods elimination, as I said, and it was Daga, Siniestro and Muerte, Mariposa, Marty the Moth Martinez, Sexy Star, Killshot, and the debuting Nightclaw, and it was elimination style. The first two eliminations were both done by Nightclaw, the first being a standing Spanish fly onto Siniestro de la Muerte, the second one being a Phoenix splash onto Daga, and then Nightclaw was eliminated. John, I forget, how was Nightclaw eliminated? Oh, it was the Moth siblings double teaming him with the Mariposa butterfly effect to close it.
Yes, that's right.
So then we had Marty and Mariposa continuing to double team. They ended up also eliminating Killshot with a Marty curb stomp. And then the next elimination was actually Mariposa because she was holding Sexy Star back. And Marty really wound up a fist and threw a punch at Sexy Star. But Sexy got out of the way and it ended up hitting Mariposa. Sexy got rid of Marty out of the ring, pinned Mariposa for the 3 count. And then it was down to Sexy Star and Marty. And John, do you want to tell everyone how and who won this match?
Sexy Star triumphs over Marty the Moth. Marty taps out to the cross arm breaker of Sexy Star.
There you go.
Yeah.
New Gift of the Gods champion and first ever female singles champion in Lucha Underground. I believe first ever female singles non-women's champion in mainstream U.S. wrestling history.
Yeah, I mean, you figure, well, I mean, Chyna's won the IC title.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Title.
So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. So then we had a backstage segment, a cinematic. It wasn't backstage. It was in the LAPD offices or whatever. We had officers Meehan and Reyes, better known as Joey Ryan and Cortez Castro, talking to Mr. Cisco, telling him about how he has to put on a wire, and if he does this, all of his charges will be dropped, and by the end of the night, the charges weren't the only thing that were dropped.
That was amazing. As was what happened, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so then we get to the death match between King Cuerno and Muertes, and yeah, these guys really did a number on each other, but at the end of the day, King Cuerno learned the most valuable lesson of all, that being that you don't put your hands on Katrina.
Yeah, that was definitely ill-advised, and then the rest of the match after that was just an outright slaughter. A lot of fun, though.
He tried to, get a little extra offense in on Katrina, try and teach her a lesson, and the lesson he learned was if you touch her, your back is going to go through a lot of tables.
Exactly.
Yeah, so up next, we already kind of established that Mil destroyed Cuerno, and yes, he did win, and then EMTs came out and put Cuerno on a stretcher, so surprisingly enough, Mil actually let them put him on a stretcher. So then we got our really cool kind of closing shot, hyping up next week's finale episode. Matt Striker asks Vampiro how he felt about Pentagon's chances in the match with Matanza. He poured his bottle of pills into a trash can and said that he's going to go get his student ready.
Hype.
Yeah, that was
So
awesome.
Good.
And then the final segment of the night, we're in Dario Cueto's office with Mr. Cisco. Cisco tries to let Cueto in on whatever he was doing at the given time, and this is extremely suspicious, and Cueto catches on, and he asks Cisco to unbutton his shirt, and he undoes the top button, and then Cueto sees there's a wire and grabs it and says, "So what are they coming after me for? Are they charging me with murder?" And Cisco says, "No, I don't think so." And John, I'm going to let you take this.
And then Cueto says, "Well, they will now," and picks up the ball and just cracks it across Cisco's skull in a segment that I will sum up as absolutely hilarious. This was great.
Cueto did to Mr. Cisco the same thing that he did to his own mother when he was a child. just
And that's
clobbered him
important.
over the head with that bull. And yeah, now if he wasn't on the hook for murder before, he sure as hell is now.
That is an important connection to make, and one I'm sure we'll expound upon more on TitWoW.
Absolutely. All right, so that was Lucha Underground tonight. Ultima Lucha Dos Part 2, Part 3, and the big season finale is next week. It's 2 hours long. We've got, I believe, 5 or maybe 6 matches set up. It's Taya, Trios Champions. I know that the 2 big main events are Pentagon Matanza and Puma Ray, and then we've also got Black Lotus, El Dragon Azteca Jr. Am I missing anything?
I don't think you are, bro. I think that is everything.
5-match card next week should be awesome. Until then, guys, see you for TitWoW.